So far, in the length of a small droplet, the word is subtle, spectacular, probably with a little bit surprise or secret, right? But in reality, we have lots of problem. We suffer from water crisis, we suffer from energy crisis. And also, water and energy always coupled together. We use energy to produce water. We use water to produce energy, but we have lots of environmental impact. But in nature, it's different. Nature is green. Nature has no pollution, right? So in the next 30 minutes, I will discuss how to solve the water crisis and energy crisis using nature's approach. And also, if we look energy, 19% energy utilization and energy consumption involve heat. So I will discuss how to use water droplet to solve thermal crisis. So let's first look at water. 17% Earth is covered by water, but a crucial fact is half a billion people lack free access to clean water. When we search new technology to address water crisis, probably not so many people realize water, air, is also important source of water. Moreover, air is everywhere, so it's not limited to the centralized location. The underestimation of the importance of air can be reflected by a touching story I read several days ago. An old man in Italy who just recovered from coronavirus cried when he saw the bill of $5 for his use of ventilator for 1 day. The doctor advised him not to cry, but what the man said made the doctor cry. The man said, "I don't cry because of money. I can't pay for the money. I cry because I have been breathing guard air for 93 years, but I never pay for it. I didn't thank the God for that before." If we do a very quick and simple calculation, the old man owned the guard for $17 million. We can also get inspiration from history and nature. More than 1,000 years ago, another famous poet in China, he wrote, "The water of Yellow River comes from the sky." Actually, Yellow River is the mother river of China. Right? To some extent, Li Bai told us we can strip water from air. The similar inspiration can be found in nature, different from human being. In nature, for example, the plant and a small animal, they can't move to the place where we have water. So to survive, those kind of plants and small animal, they have to rely on themselves. The beetle in the dry desert is an expert in harvesting water from air, because in desert it's very dry. Right? So the back of the beetle has hybrid self-roughness for easy water capture and also for easy water departure. So under the help of the wind, the collected water on the back can flow to the mouth of the beetle. This is a very good example how beetle use nanotechnology to survive in harsh environment. Over the past decades, lots of groups try to mimic nature, basically based on lotus leaf effect or based on the peach plant effect. Several years ago, in our group, we developed the beetle-inspired surface. Basically, the surface is very similar to beetle, with the surface consisting of many pillar array. The side wall is flat and hydrophobic for easy water capture, and the remaining part is covered by nano hair. It's super hydrophobic, actually for water departure. So by this kind of hybrid design, we can efficiently harvest the morning dew in the dry condition. Today, as one more step forward, collaborating with Prof. Zhang in Southeast University, we combined beetle and cactus structure together. We developed a symmetrical surface, allow the directional transport of the water droplet. So by this way, we further enhance the water harvest ability for 3 times. It's fantastic to harvest water from air, but I think it will be more fabulous if we can generate power at the same time. Energy is central to us. Actually, our society is powered by energy. Without energy, the AI, the robot, they will not function, right? So especially today, we demand more distributed energy. We demand more clean energy. Actually, water is a very important green and clean energy. Now, we have a pretty good technology to harvest the high frequency motion of the water. But unfortunately, for the low frequency of motion, for example, the droplet, the wave, the tide, remain to be tapped. So actually, there are several different techniques can do that. For example, we can harvest the water for moisture, evaporation, or osmotic flow. Also, we can translate the kinetic energy of the water to electrical energy by using piezo or electromagnetic or triple electricity. Triple electricity is a classical phenomenon, actually more than 2,000 years history. When we put the two objects together and separate, we always have negative charge and a positive charge on each side. Several years ago, in Georgia Tech, Prof. Wang, he designed a very simple but very powerful technology to translate the electrostatic energy to electrical energy. Based on this kind of innovation, Prof. Wang also win Einstein Award and also win the Annie Award. Actually, Annie Award is the highest award in energy area. But if you look at the broad picture, most of the work is really focused on solid-solid interface. But in terms of water energy harvest, I think in my eye, the more important is how the water interacts with the solid or how the water interacts with other liquids. So very, very excitingly, our group, we made for the first time, we discovered that when liquid-liquid contact, we also have power generation. And also recently, we get good results on the liquid-solid power generation. To have very good power generation, we have two requirements. The first one is the surface should be hydrophobic to allow the fast droplet departure. The second one is the surface should be able to trap the electron. Teflon, a very common material, has the best property for both criteria. So we just fabricate a very simple device based on Teflon, but the reality is very skinny. When the water droplet contacts the Teflon, the output is very limited. The reason is very simple, because the friction is the surface effect, right? The friction always conducts on the surface. But actually, the Teflon has the potential to trap high surface charge. But the problem is our output is from the charge generated during the friction process. So now we have the question. The question one is how to avoid the surface effect. The question two is how to amplify the surface charge, right? If we can amplify the surface charge, we can enhance the output. The question three is how to release those charge. Let's take the first one. So the natural method is just use the rough surface. After we use the rough surface, we can increase the surface area. But the problem is, in the long-term operation, this rough surface can be easily damaged. So finally, we just use flat and smooth surface, which is simple but very powerful. So now let's look at how to amplify the surface charge. Let's take Liu Xiang, for example. Without going through the professional training, Liu Xiang probably takes 15 seconds to finish his 110-meter hurdle. But after several years training, Liu Xiang can finish 110-meter hurdle in 12 seconds, and he finally completed the world record. Similarly, we found that by continuous training or by continuous water droplet, we also can significantly increase the charge density. So in this way, we can see the Teflon can serve as a high density source. So now we solve the question two. The question three, how to release charge, right? Just imagine a situation. After several years saving or hard working, we have lost money, right? We stole the money in the bank. When we urgently need the money, but we couldn't take the money out because of the lockdown of the city, right? So there's no difference from the scenario we don't have money. So the question, how to release the money, how to release the charge in an on-demand manner? Actually, the same question was asked by three great scientists 60 years ago. In semiconductor, we have a transistor. In transistor, we want to control the electron flow. In the case of a field effect transistor, by controlling the voltage in gate, the electron can flow from source to drain. In the case of bipolar junction transistor, by controlling the current in base, we can control the electron flow from emitter to collector. Basically, the invention of the transistor really kick off our modern society. Based on this kind of inspiration, we design very simple design with very similar architecture. So basically, below the Teflon, we have the first electrode. Above the Teflon, we have another electrode. Basically, we have two electrodes. So because Teflon, we already have lots of charge, we can just treat Teflon as capacitor. Before the water comes in, we only have one capacitor. When the water starts to contact the Teflon, we form the second capacitor at the interface of a liquid and Teflon. But in this case, there's still no current, no output. But the magic happens when the droplet contacts the second electrode. Because in this situation, we have the third capacitor. And in this situation, we turn on the entire circuit. So by this way, all the charge stored in the Teflon or source can be effectively released to our outside or the second electrode. So this is the reason why we have so high output. But more amazingly, before the coming of another droplet, all the charge stored in the second electrode can reverse back to the source. As a result, the process is fully reversible. So if we look at here, by a very, very simple design, we can translate the original surface effect to bokeh effect. Actually, surface effect is not what we want, right? Bokeh effect is what we want. And if we look at droplets serve as a gate and also droplet is source of energy.